Spelling, Lesson 4, Unit 3. Today we are going to be identifying different spellings for the A sound. So kind of a review for what we've done all week. And we're going to read 2-syllable words that have the tricky A spelling. So we're going to look at some of these bigger words with these tricky A spellings. Let's review some spellings that we have already learned. Okay, that letter C, it can say K or it can say S. Here, it makes the S sound. That's what we call the soft C. That CE often says S. That E kind of gives you like a hint that it says S. Now, but you look, you've got the word city and pencil. So it's not always followed by an E. Look at what those are followed by. Y'all see the I behind it? So there's different clues that kind of give us those hints that that C is not K. It's the soft C, which is S. Here's an example of your soft C at the end of a word. Prince, face, ice. See if you can come up with some other words. Can you think of other words with that S at the end of them? Rice. This letter G can sometimes make the J sound. So here it's making the J sound. That word is gem. Gingerbread. You can see that compound word, gingerbread. Now your GE also says J, and you notice the E comes at the end of the word, so that GE is often at the end. It's kind of like our AY. Those are those endings that make those sounds. So J, like in fringe, orange. Can you think of some other J sounds that are in some different words? Spelled with the G or the GE. So let's look at our tricky spellings one more time. So that C can often say S. It can be that soft C. So like in the word scent and prince. And notice at the end of the word it's CE. And then the G, our soft G, can say J. Like in gem and fringe. Now that GE at the end, so that J sound at the end of a word is spelled with GE. Let's practice reading some of our A words, or words with that long A in them. Raisin, waitress, wait. So I want you to read these words with me. And what two letters are making the A sound here? The AI, right? Okay, look at this one. You've got AY. That's at the end of a word, it says A. That word is day. Now let's read the words. Practice reading these other words. Mistake, cascade. Now you can see that in cascade, you've got your A consonant E, that magic E that makes the A say its name. Now look at the other A, ah. So it's that short A, cascade. Okay, now look at your A consonant E or magic E. It's going to make that A say its name. So that word is cake. Now let's look at your other words and let's read those aloud. Crayon, daydream, driveway, daytime. Now you can see those are all compound words, and that's why that AY can be in the middle of the word, like in crayon and daytime and daydream. Now you've got that tricky one that we don't see very often, But in the word paper, it's not making that short A sound, it's making the long A. It says a, paper. Okay, now let's read the words and practice our A and A. Bacon, basin, maker, crater, label, wafer. Okay, now we're going to take words that have more than one syllable, and we're going to figure out how we're going to chunk these in order to make them easier to sound out phonetically. Okay, so chunking is taking those syllables and breaking them apart. Now this word, like I know you've probably seen this word before, and we're going to look at the differences in how to sound this word out. So I'm going to give you a sentence with this word. My family and I are going camping in the woods this weekend, and we are going to stay in a... Now, if you look at the first model, this word would be pronounced K, bin. And the sounds would be K, A, B, I, N. That would make it a long vowel because it would be that sneaky, that kind of weird time that we don't see very often, like in paper. Now, we don't say that word cabin, do we? No. So look at the second model. Here you've got cab, in. So you've got your two syllables broken up, but this would make the short A sound in cab. Now that sounds a lot better, doesn't it? So we're going to look for these spelling patterns in order to sound these words out using syllables. We're going to repeat the same procedure that we just did. Okay, now look at this word and think about how to break it apart or chunk it with syllables. Now if you use the first one, that would be a long A, so the A would say its name. If you use the second model, then it would be a short A, and it would make the A sound. So read them in your head and decide which one has the correct syllable break. Good, number two. No, excuse me, number one, I'm sorry. This one would say A, lay, bull, label. So you've got your syllable break with that long A, lay. It wouldn't be label, would it? No. Okay, I'm going to read you a sentence with this one, and I want you to decide which syllable break to use to make it the correct word. He was on a big in the desert. So we're going to fill that blank in. He was on a big blank in the desert. Now think about if it would say a or a. Would it be camel, like the first one, or camel in your short A? Good, it would be a short A. So your second syllable break would be correct. Cam, o. Okay, look at this one. I liked the blank show. We're going to fill in the blank with one of these words. Is the A going to say its name? Is it going to be the long A like in the first one? Or is it going to be the short vowel sound, A? Good. That word is magic. So it says A, right? So which one would it be? It would be the second one. Magic. Now look at your G. What does that G say in the word magic? It says J, right? Okay, now check this word out. She had a blank for lunch. Is the A going to say its name, or is it going to make the short A sound, A? Would it be salad or salad? Good. Number 2 would be the second one. She had a salad for lunch. Now, knowing how to do this will help you to read these words more fluently when you see them in the future. So if you can put that syllable break in the right spot, it's going to make you a better reader at these A words. And now look at this one. The ship is on the blank map. Would it be radar or radar? Good, it's radar. The ship is on the radar map. Okay, let's check this one out. She loves to eat pancakes and blank. Is the A going to say its name, or is it going to be a short A? Would it be bacon or bacon? Good, it would be bacon, the first one. So that A is going to say its name. All right, last one. The roses were so blank. Sound out your words. The first one would be the long A. The second one would be the short A, saying ah. Would it be fragrant or fragrant? The roses were so fragrant. Good. And the word fragrant means like it smells good. Now, when we break these syllables apart and we determine if it says the A or the ah sound, it's kind of like they're playing tug of war. So seeing that letter A in a word creates a tug of war with each of the ah and A sounds pulling on it. So you doing this kind of helps you decide, is it going to make the ah sound or is it going to make the A sound? This is going to help you in the next activity. So I need you to, you can either pause the video. If you're a face-to-face learner, you can pass out page 4.1, which is page 19. If you're a distance learner, find page 19 or 4.1 in your packet. Now, when you're completing this, okay, make sure that you're looking at your page. So I want everybody to look at the word bank with me. When you're looking at the words in the word bank, you're going to use that syllable tool that I just showed you. So we're going to break those words apart. When you're reading them, and you're going to ask yourself, does it say A or does it say ah? So let's look at the first word. Look at the first word, and you've got two choices. It's either going to say salad or salad. Now, which one is a real word? Salad's a real word, right? So that means our syllable break is going to come after the L. So right now, draw a line after the L in salad because the A says ah. So you're going to draw a line between the L and the second A. Salad. Now go through your word bank first. Make your syllable breaks. So think about those two options. Is the A going to say ah, or is it going to say its name? So divide those words into syllables first. Now after you divided them into syllables, you're going to practice reading the words. Then after you have practiced reading the words in your head, you're going to go through and you're going to fill in the blank. Each word is going to go in a blank to make the sentence complete. So do it in that order. Make sure you divide your words up into syllables to help you read them quickly and more fluently. Practice reading your words, and then you're going to put your words into the sentences. Now make sure after you've filled in your sentence, reread your sentence with the word in it, just like I did when we were practicing them. So reread that sentence with that word in it and make sure that it makes sense. Now, if I use a word, I would circle it or kind of put a check mark beside it, but don't completely cross it out because you never know if you want to change it to a different sentence. Okay, do your best. Make sure your name is on your paper. Make sure you reread your sentences after you put a word in the blank. And you're going to turn your paper into the basket when you're finished. And if you're a distance learner, you can put it back into your packet to be graded. All right, great job today. You can pause the video. We just need to go over we're just going to go over our I can statements. You can do that before you finish. Okay, I can identify different spellings for the A sound. We looked at all sorts of different spellings and read all sorts of different words with that A sound in them. And we also read 2-syllable words that have the tricky A spelling. So we use that tricky A, we use that syllable break to decide if the A was the tricky A or not. That will help you to read these words in the future as well. Okay, good luck on page 19. Try your best and have a great day.